All right, welcome back. Today, we're diving into some AI tools that aren't just about making small tweaks to your day. No, we're talking about a complete overhaul of how you work. The claim here is a big one. Once you start using these, you literally won't be able to go back to the old way. Let's see if that holds up.
That is a very bold claim, right? And it comes straight from our source material. The whole idea is that these tools aren't just another small upgrade. They're a giant leap. They create this huge gap between how you work now and how you could be working. And this gap actually has a name, the delta value.
So think of the delta value as all that untapped potential. It's the difference between what you're currently producing and what you could be doing with AI in your corner. And right now, that gap is wider than it has ever been. So let's start closing it. And we'll begin with a problem we all know too well: information overload.
We all feel it, don't we? That constant flood of articles, reports, data, it's just too much. But what if you could take that fire hose of information and turn it into a focused, one-on-one conversation with your own personal research assistant? Man, this quote just hits the nail on the head. We have access to basically all the information in the world, but our attention, that's limited. Think about it. How much of your time is spent just looking for the right info versus actually using it? And that's exactly the problem this first tool is designed to crush. Okay, so check out Google's NotebookLM. Let's say you're trying to get up to speed on performance marketing. Instead of reading a dozen different articles one by one, you just upload all of them. Then you can ask a really smart question like, okay, out of all these different experts, what are the key principles they all agree on? It's not just doing a keyword search, it's understanding the meaning and connecting the dots. It basically becomes a personal tutor for your own library, turning hours of work into minutes.
This slide really says it all, doesn't it? We're shifting away from just chaotic searching and moving toward getting focused answers. Now, NotebookLM is fantastic for the documents you give it, but what about the entire internet? Well, that's where a tool like Perplexity AI blows that concept wide open.
Just look at this query. This isn't a simple question. It's a whole research project crammed into a single prompt. If you tried to do this with a regular search engine, you'd be clicking through links for hours, trying to piece it all together. Perplexity AI's goal is to hand you a full report with sources cited in just a few seconds. And, this brings us right back to that delta value. Once you've used a tool like this for something like market research, it becomes essential. The boost in efficiency is so huge that the old way, that manual, painful searching, it just feels completely obsolete.
Okay, so AI can help us understand information. But what about creating something brand new from it? These days, it feels like everyone's a content creator. But the hurdles, the actual writing, speaking on camera, editing, those are still very, very real.
Let's be real for a second. Most of us aren't super comfortable in front of a camera. And who has the time to write a perfect script or spend hours editing a video? These are the real-world barriers that stop so many smart people from sharing what they know. But now, AI is starting to just tear those barriers down. Let's start with something incredibly simple: voice to text. Just think about it. Speaking your emails instead of typing them can literally save you hours every single week. It's a small change, but the impact is massive. But that's just scratching the surface. What if AI could handle not just the words, but the entire video production for you?
And this is where things get really wild. Imagine being able to create an endless stream of high-quality videos that feature you, but without ever having to hit that record button again after just one initial setup.
So there's this tool called HeyGen that makes this a reality. You record yourself just once to let the AI learn your face and voice. Then, it creates this super realistic digital version of you. From that point on, you just type a script and your AI avatar delivers it perfectly on camera, every single time. The possibilities for scaling content, for marketing, for training, it's just mind-boggling. So we've got AI helping us with research and with creating content. The last major piece of the puzzle is the visuals. We all know good design is super important, but let's face it, it's always been a huge bottleneck. It either takes a ton of time, a ton of skill, or a ton of money.
According to the World Economic Forum, we spend a staggering 41% of our time at work on tasks that could be automated. Just let that sink in for a second. That's nearly half of our entire work week.
And where does a huge chunk of that time go? You guessed it, fiddling with presentation slides, trying to create a decent-looking graphic for social media. We've all been there, right? Sinking hours into making something look just right.
And here's why all that effort matters so much. Good design isn't just about looking pretty, it's about being effective. Our brains are literally hardwired to remember what we see. So if your visuals are weak, your whole message can get lost.
And this is the whole promise of AI design tools. They're making design democratic. The goal is to finally separate the idea you have from the technical skills needed to execute it. You no longer have to be a professional designer to create something that looks amazing.
All you need now is the idea. You can type a prompt just like this one into a tool like Microsoft Designer, and the AI does all the heavy lifting, turning your words into a polished professional visual. It's incredible.
And that's really the magic of it all. Professional quality in seconds, without needing any specialized training. It's basically handing the power of good design to anyone with a good idea.
Okay, let's pull all of this together. We've talked about research, creating content, and design. And in every single one of these areas, AI is offering a monumental leap forward. We're talking about finally closing that massive delta value gap we mentioned at the start.
The difference between what you can do with these tools versus without them, it's not a small step. It's a different league entirely. The potential for you to learn faster, create more, and achieve more has truly never been greater than it is right now.
In this quote just perfectly captures the feeling. This isn't a story about humans being replaced by AI. It's about humans being amplified by AI. It's about taking our ideas and our creativity and pairing them with the incredible scale of AI to build something bigger than we ever could on our own.
And that all leads to this final critical question. It's so easy to look at all this amazing tech and think, yeah, I'll get around to that one day. But the cost of waiting is getting higher every single day. That delta value gap just keeps getting wider. So the only real question left is today just another one day? Or is this your day one?